There has been a group of Eurocentrics trying to claim some indigenous Peruvian populations as being European or white. Their hero, Thor Heyerdahl, an avid Eurocentrist, tried to claim that Europeans were all over the place. He wrote that the early Spanish wrote of a white people that lived north of the Incas called the Chachapoyas. He also pointed out that many mummies of the Paracas and Nazca people had blondish or reddish hair. He saw this as positive proof that Europeans had been there. Let's address these claims. First, Native Americans do not have black hair exclusively. Brown and reddish-brown has been seen among Native Americans, even blondism in certain cases. In the words of Peruvian anthropologist Patricia Maita, who studies the Paracas mummies that Thor Heyerdahl claimed, the yellow coloring of hair observed may be due to 3 factors. 1. Factors related to taphonomic loss of eumelanin. In general, human hair presents eumelanin pigment that determines the dark hair color and pheomelanin pigment that determines the red or blonde hair color as pigments that give hair their color. In archaeological cases, under certain moist and acid conditions of the substrate containing human remains, degradation and diminution of eumelanin, which is chemically very unstable, occurs and pheomelanin more stable remains. Therefore some individuals may present red or blonde hair colors, at partial or total loss level. The case that you point out seems to be a case of total pigment loss. 2. Congenital factors associated with low production of melanocytes in the hair, which would condition the presence of individuals with light hair. 3. Malnutrition can affect the production of melanocytes, decreasing it and promoting lightening of hair. So much for the blonde European mummy claims. What about the Chachapoyas claims? Well, I asked Ken Nystrom, who is one of the foremost anthropologists studying the Chachapoyas mummies, and his words: these types of theories are always running around. Atlanteans founding things, lost tribes of Israel, Viking colonies, etc. But there has never been any proof. Based on the hundreds of skulls I have looked at personally, and all of the material my archaeologist friends have seen, there is absolutely nothing to suggest that they are not indigenous. As for blondism, the hair in mummies frequently turns reddish-blonde because the black-brown eumelanin is more susceptible to degeneration, leaving the red-yellow pheomelanin. But what about the chronicles? The exact words the Spanish stated were, the Huanca, Chachapoyas and Cañarejas Indian women were the most common, the most beautiful and polished. The rest of the women of this kingdom were thicker, not beautiful or ugly but of an average look. These people of this kingdom of Peru were white, of a wheatish color, and among the lords they were whiter like the Spanish. They were describing the fact that some populations of indigenous people have a lighter brown skin tone, the color of wheat. They were not European, but their skin color was closer than that of other populations, considering they lived in rain-cloud territory with less sunlight. This is quite understandable. None of this evidence points to any European presence, and just regular Amerindian variation. Eurocentrists need to get a clue.